Hey guys, so I am back and I know it's been a crazy long time, but I brought you this look today. Hope you guys like it, so let's get right into it. So as usual, just priming my eyes with Urban Decay Primer Potion. Then I'm going in with MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot to set. I am using the Bobbi Brown eyeshadow in Toast with a 224 on both eyelids for my transition color. And I'm going in with Camel from Bobbi Brown as well. And I'm putting that all in my crease. And that's on both eyelids. I am then going to take a 217 and I am using Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow in Sienna to really work that into the crease on the outer portion and in my upper crease as well. With a 239 from MAC, I am taking Anastasia's eyeshadow in Amber and placing that all over my eyelids. I really love this color. It's really, really pretty. And I know I'm super backwards, but I'm going to go and work on my skin now and then go back to my eyes. So I am using Bobbi Brown's Skin Foundation in Warm Honey. This is one of my absolute all-time favorite foundations. There are certain times that I like to use it more than others, but here I am using a Real Techniques buffing brush to blend that into my skin. And I will have a review on this foundation for you guys to go a little bit more in depth. Now I know I promised you guys a tutorial on the Eve Pro Salmon concealer, but to be honest, I really don't like this Corrector concealer for under eye darkness. So I use it around my mouth to cover any discolorations that I have, because I do have some around my lips. But I will definitely get you guys a video comparing this to the Bobbi Brown correctors if you want to see it. So here I am using my Bobbi Brown corrector in Dark Peach with a EcoTools, I think this is a buffing brush, but I can't remember the name. I'll try and find it for you guys and put it on the bottom bar. But as you can see, like, this makes such a big difference. Look at the difference between my eyes. It's just amazing. I cannot live without corrector. So I'm just making sure to blend that in anywhere I have darkness. And then I just tap it in with my fingers if needed. And here, this is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Is one of my favorite concealers. This is like my third or fourth bottle of this. And I'm using it to set under my eyes. I'm using it to highlight a little bit on the bridge of my nose, my forehead, the two little indentations above my lips, and on my chin. And I'm going in with MAC's Bright Forecast just because I want it to be a little bit brighter. I feel like this concealer in this color, sometimes it just means a little bit more brightening for me if I want a more highlighted effect. And taking this damp, not too damp, beauty blender, I'm just blending everything in. I actually like using the beauty blender just with a spritz of Fix Plus. I don't like it too damp. I feel like it just takes away a lot of the either concealer or foundation, so I just tend to go in this route. As you can see, I'm just patting it in, making sure to blend everything into my skin. The good thing about this concealer is that it doesn't set too quickly. So you have some time to kind of move it around, place it where you need it, and make sure that everything is in place. And as you can see, it gives a really nice highlighted bright effect with the MAC's Prep and Prime in Bright Forecast. And now I'm setting my concealer. I'm using the Besame Brightening Powder, and I'm using that with a Sephora brush to set. It's a really good powder. I like it. This is my Bobbi Brown Sheer Finish Powder in Soft Honey, and I'm using an EcoTools brush to set my foundation and set out the concealer and blend a little bit where it's a little kind of brunt on my highlighting. And here I am using the Smashbox contour stick. I actually had the highlighting stick for this and I cannot find it anywhere ever since I moved. Oh, and if you guys can tell from my background, I did move. So I'm just still setting up a little bit for you. And I don't typically contour my nose like ever, but I figured for this video I would just go ahead and do it because it's so easy with this pencil. And I'm just contouring, you know, my jowls, my little fattier area to try and slim my face up a little bit more. I'm blending that out with Real Techniques contour brush. And this is really like my favorite brush for contouring. I also use the 186 from MAC sometimes. And you know, this is actually one of my favorites, and it's a cheaper alternative. So you don't have to go crazy buying like MAC brushes if you can't. Now, because this contour cream is it's very kind of cool toned, and it looks a little bit red on me sometimes, kind of off coloring, but it's really good to create a shadow. I actually then go in with Anastasia's contour powder in Camel, and I use the same brush, and I just use that to set the contour, but also to kind of warm up my skin. I feel like the Anastasia contour powders are more bronzier, and you can contour with them kind of, but because of the bronzier shade, it gives you more of a natural kind of bronzier effect as opposed to really hard or harsh contour. Now right here I am going in with my MAC 219, and I am placing the Anastasia Pink Champagne in my inner tear duct areas. I use this to brighten up and just give me kind of a glowy effect. It's really pretty color. And underneath on my lower lash line, I'm actually going in and I'm using the color Sienna to make my eyes just appear a little bit bigger and pull the look together. And this is actually a Benefit brush. And I'm going in with Benefit Roller Lash. I believe this is the mascara. I don't know. I don't really keep up with mascaras. Nothing works for me because I have like no eyelashes, as you can see. Like, it makes a tiny bit of a difference, but I have nothing. So I'm using these Kiss lashes, put these on, and I just take my 224 to kind of blend all the shadows out, make sure everything is nice and blended. And I'm using Eternal Sun from MAC and this Tarte blush, which I will also list below because I cannot remember it right now. And I'm using a 186 from MAC to put that blush on. I actually like this combination. I don't typically wear blush. I don't really like blush too much. But I really like this combination. And I'm using my foundation brush just to kind of clean up on the bottom of my contours, because sometimes, you know, your blush kind of gets everywhere. So I want to make sure that's nice and blended and it's where it needs to be. And my favorite part, highlighting. I am using a Real Techniques brush to put MAC's Whisper of Guilt. This is actually not my favorite highlighter. I actually like other highlighters more so than this, but you know, I have it in my collection. I never really use it, so I'm going all in because it's not too bright of a highlight for my skin tone. I'm putting that up above my eyebrows, on the center of my nose, on my upper lip, kind of everywhere that I highlighted almost, just to give myself a nice little sheen. I'm working on lips. This is actually a Circa lip pencil, which is by Eva Mendes, and I know they're available at Walgreens. That's where I bought this one. This is in the color Natural. It might not look like anything, but this is actually pretty good as a base for my next lip color, because I kind of want that lip color to stand out more, and I don't want my natural lip color to distort the color of this lipstick. And the lipstick that I'm talking about, which you see right here, is actually Colored Rain in the color Mars. I love this lipstick. It's so beautiful. Depending on your lip color, it will distort the color. So that's kind of why I did that. So here's a side by side. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you soon. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't.